Hey, what's up everybody? Rob here from Ram Studio Comics. Welcome back. So in today's video, I'm drawing Thor from Ragnarok. I just finally got around to watching that movie, and I must say it was rather fantastic. Really well done. Good comedy, great action, all that stuff. So pretty cool. So what this main video, or what the topic of this video is going to be about as I walk you through this drawing process, is about experimenting with different styles. So what you're going to probably notice by the end of this, or maybe you saw the clip in the beginning, obviously the thumbnail, things like that, that this is a little bit less rendered style than I'm used to doing, that I share more on the channel. And I really want to get your feedback on that, what you think of this particular style. So make sure to comment in the section below. Let me know which you prefer and why and things like that. And as well as comment on what we talk about with the experimentation of different styles. So I've gotten questions as of late of people saying, I feel myself stagnating and not really growing as an artist, doing the same thing, just kind of going through the motions. Do you recommend trying different styles? Now, for me, I truly recommend that. I really recommend that. I would say it's imperative. Do you generally gravitate towards one style that you feel most comfortable with? I would say yes in that regard. But the thing that I think is helpful about trying different styles is that you break out of this mental monotony, this rut that we get into. And we say, well, this works, so I'm just going to do more of this. And there's a lot to be said for that, because you kind of get the best out of what you're doing by repetitive behavior and really focusing on a specific thing that you're good at. You do tend to stagnate and not grow as creatively as you could. One of the things that even led to me doing this particular style with this character was a couple things, really. But I just did some classes on my Skillshare, and it's going to be on my Udemy or whatever, Gumroad and all that. But it's basically where I did some cartoon stuff, and I was trying to explain how to use, or I shouldn't say try to explain, I explained how to use Procreate with the iPad Pro to illustrate these kind of concepts. And I thought it might be fun to do a little bit of cartoony stuff, because I like drawing cartoons. This is kind of where it all started before I got into doing more superhero stuff. And the neat thing about that is you get more expressive with that. You're not so focused on all this intense rendering and, advanced drawing of the body and things like that. It becomes more bubbly and kind of fun and laid back, right? So I thought, I need to do a little bit of that with the characters. Like, for instance, when you see Disney stuff, right? Disney isn't all ultra rendered. Disney isn't all shaded and detailed. But Disney is fun and energetic and expressive, ultra expressive. It's basically like they focus a little bit more on the caricature feel and vibe of the work. So that's kind of what my focus was here, making them a little bit more animated and a little bit more caricature-like. So I think it's very important to try these different styles and then pull certain aspects and components from it, and really stretch your imagination. You want to try variations in your proportions. You want to try variations in your exaggerated facial features. You want to, caricaturing basically. You want to try different rendering levels with the anatomy, because, let's face it, sometimes when you see a really cool piece of artwork and they over-render the anatomy, it takes a little bit of life away from it. It just stiffens it up. Not always. Some people are really good at doing ultra rendered comic art and it doesn't look stiff at all. But if you're not good at that yet, then maybe you need to experiment with that, but lean more towards the expressiveness, because I think the expressiveness and the animated feel is more important in the sense of telling a good story. Rendering's nice, but you got to know where to pick and choose your battles as it pertains to that. So there's obviously a lot of things that go into creating these types of fan art pieces or artworks, and we can just learn in a ton of different ways. But if you find yourself doing the same thing over and over again and not really growing, then I would say experimenting with your style and with the way that you construct things, the way that you produce them, even the line weight, different line weights and different brushes, and just really try to break that repetitive behavior and see what you can come up with. But that's my take on it. I know we all create very differently, so I'd love to know what you guys think in the comment section below. What ways have you found that help you to break out of that mental rut and find that next plateau of your creative expression? put that down below for people to kind of talk back and forth. The dialogue is always fantastic. And I just want to say thanks everybody for watching the channel. Next up, I'll be showing you how I color this piece. And again, this is all in Procreate on the iPad Pro. And thanks very much for watching. So as always, keep drawing, keep having fun, and I will talk to you soon.